So I'm finally out of the Cosmos ecosystem, and this time is really for good. We really need to know when to say enough is enough. So we have been staking for the past probably 5 to 6 months, expecting or just waiting for an airdrop or something similar like Dimension. And as you can see, we haven't received anything meaningful. So for me, it doesn't really make sense. What I have done is sold all my positions. So basically Tia, Saga, Atom, and also Dimension. I'm obviously down on all of them, and we're gonna be reviewing each one of them in just a second. But dude, for me it makes no sense, because in the end I want to be making money as quickly as possible so I can move these funds into something else, because we have the bull market coming in 2025. So I'm not gonna be waiting until an airdrop or just seeing the price of each token going down. So for example, we have Celestia here that I purchased at 16 bucks. Thankfully, I didn't lose too much, just because I end up using a strategy that, again, thankfully it worked out. And that is because I was farming Milky Way, which, by the way, Milky Way was planned for Q2. And guess what? They changed the date. So now we have to wait for the second half of 2024, and we don't even know when that is. So it can be even in December. So we don't know. So what I did is, a few months back, when I purchased at $16, I staked my Milky Way on Demex so I can receive a multiplier and obviously farm that project at the same time. But since I was kind of skeptical about Demex, I end up taking a position or borrowing against my Celestia, some USDC, at $13. So I basically sold my position, or the majority of my position, probably around 65-70% at $13. Then I had to buy back probably like 1 or 2 weeks ago at $6 to remove the remaining of my position, which is around 25%, 30%, give or take. So on Celestia, I'm down around $300 and something, so not too crazy, but still, I wasn't expecting that, and obviously I haven't received anything else or any type of airdrop. Then we have Dimension, and dude, probably all of us were down really bad on Dimension. Let me go ahead and bring that. So Dimension I purchased right under $6. So you guys can see probably $5.90, $5.80. And dude, that thing went down to $1. Bad, real bad. And my issue with Dimension is that currently there is really nothing to do there. If I ask you guys to name 3 things you can do on Dimension, probably you cannot answer. So for me, it makes no sense to continue to be holding Dimension, because long term, it makes no sense. Also, Saga is another one that is just BS. And we also have Atom, which is okay, but I've never been a fan of this project. So usually I'm not really involved with the Cosmos ecosystem. So it makes no sense for me to be holding it for the long term, because if right now you give me, let's say 10K, I would never allocate something in the Cosmos ecosystem, because that is just not my type of strategy. What I did, dumped everything on Dimension. I'm down bad, real bad, 70%. I put in 1K and I got out around $300 back. So obviously losing 700 on Dimension, then Celestia 300 and something. That puts me at 1K. Then we have Saga, that I didn't have a lot of money, but I did lose a pretty good amount in terms of percentages, and the total is around 170 bucks. So do the math, we're around 1.2K. Then we have Atom, that I only had 11, and I took a loss of 32 bucks. So not too crazy also on Atom. So basically I sold everything. The only thing that I have still is around 10 Celestia staked on Milky Way, because since I have been farming it for so long, I'm okay with holding 50-60 bucks worth of Celestia, just in case they decide to do the airdrop in the future. But that's it. Basically, I remove everything else. So how I see it is that right now, that money, I can use it on something else. I can farm multiple projects. So take for instance, let's say Perps platform. With 1K or whatever I'm getting out of my position, I can farm a lot of things. I can farm a Hyperliquid, Sharp, Orderly, Satori Finance. There is a lot of things that I can do with my money, and obviously do really get involved with velocity, because for me that is what is important, how fast I can make some money and move it into something else, so I can try to replicate the same thing. So for me, I just feel like we are losing on the opportunity on some projects that are recovering. And also, if you need some funds or to farm multiple things, then you have your funds stuck there just waiting for an airdrop that might never happen. Now, if you are an investor into Celestia, you like it for the long term, Dimension, Saga, Atom, yeah, for sure, continue to stake, because in the end, you already have that vision for the long term. But again, for me, it makes no sense. So what I did, sold everything, and then took that money, because I already had some funds to farm, but I took that money and purchased Optimism, Ondo, and Mental, which is 3 tokens that I'm trying to increase my position into them. And to be honest, it has been working great, because Optimism, I actually got it at a pretty low price, maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago, when I sold my position, or a portion of my position, at $1 and $40, $1.50. Right now it is almost touching $2, so I'm obviously in profit there. Ondo also at 91 cents, and right now it is at $1.08, and Mental around 76 cents, and right now it is at 90 cents. So I'm obviously in profit, but when you look at this one, obviously is going up, but when you go back to Celestia, it is doing nothing, right? So again, I'm losing time, losing money, and also losing the opportunity to invest into something else, or just use my funds to farm multiple other things. So yeah, that's what I did. Obviously, you guys can choose to do whatever you like. I just want to be fully transparent with you guys that I'm out of the Cosmos ecosystem, and probably I'm not gonna be touching it again, because I have never made significant amount of money. So as I have been saying, just try to do or replicate whatever that is giving you money. Maybe it is airdrops, maybe it is NFTs, maybe it is trading. So for me, Cosmos, I've never made money there, so I don't see why I should go back and continue trying. Because on EVM, usually I'm making money. On Solana, usually I'm making money. So it makes no sense to move my time and also my focus into something else that I know that I have never made a profit, or at least a decent profit. Actually, I have only lost money on Cosmos. That's it. I get there, I lost money, and then I get out. That's the only thing I have been doing on Cosmos. So yeah, guys, there you go. Let me know if you're still staking, and also if you are out or in for the Cosmos ecosystem. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.